It's got to be a lot harder to add.
Yeah, I hope we're not recording now.
I am.
Oh, good. Well, maybe that can go on the Patreon. It'll be one of the
Yeah.
sessions for before. We
Yeah.
didn't really even do a good intro or anything, but that's good. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's get into it then. Yeah, so we're back. It's the new year, and sorry for everyone, if or for our very limited listeners. Thanks for sticking in there, and we're sorry we were away for so long, but just is what it is.
Yeah,
But we're
shit
back
happens,
now.
man. We're two dudes in our like early 30s. Life happens, bro. Like, I'm not
Yeah, dude.
sorry. Like, screw that noise. I'm not sorry. Shit happens, guys.
Yeah, actually, fuck all you guys.
Yeah, it is great to be back. Fuck everyone here.
Yeah, yeah. It is good to be back, though, talking and chilling again, doing like, back on sort of a schedule. Um, so that's fun. And mind you, we live, super far away from each other. So it sucks, but it's also nice to keep in contact this way. So,
Yeah, and it's not just like, oh, we live a couple of hours away. No, we live like a couple of time zones away. Like when we talk, it's hours away.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're 6 hours behind.
Yeah, it's what, just about 8 a.m. here.
Yeah.
So it's what, like 2, 4 in the
It's
afternoon? It's
it's
4 in the afternoon.
one it's
2.
1:51 right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So it should be 8:51 at your place. Or
7:51. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
7:51. My bad.
Shit,
Bad
man.
at math.
Yeah, right. It's especially hard because like we do time with like weird numbers. Like 12 hours is half of a day. 24 hours makes a day. 60 minutes in a minute. 60 minutes in an hour. 60 seconds in a minute. Like that's weird to do math. Like
Yeah,
just
it's also weird because like we use the 24-hour scheme clock, so like it's 13:51 now. So that's a bit of a brain teaser for you when you first get here, but it's
all right. That's kind of interesting. I
also
know
really
some
cold
people
right
that do
now,
that.
and we don't get a lot of sun, so it makes it hard to think.
Oh, not having enough like vitamin D.
Yeah, I'm on a bunch of it. Like I have to supplement because I've noticed it makes a difference. I just feel better. Like my mood in general is better,
Yeah,
and I
for sure,
feel
man.
better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I take some multivitamins. I don't take them every day because you're not supposed to apparently. Because like your body can only absorb so much at a time. So don't take
Yep.
multivitamins every day, from what I understand. Again, not a health channel, not a financial channel, all that shit. But
Not doctor, not
yeah,
doctor,
yeah. Oh Jesus, yeah. Definitely not a doctor.
not doctor.
Although I have played doctor a few times.
Oh, I think we all have. So what's new with you? Besides the ever growing Magic the Gathering channel, you guys can check Pat out. Patty the Popper, Pat the Popper. Sorry,
Pat the Popper, Pat the Popper.
a lot of P's there. A lot of P's.
Yeah, it's a lot of alliteration. I'm Pat the Pack Pap, Pat the Pack Pop and Popper. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah, things are going great over there. Actually I'm doing a stream tonight with a couple of guys. At least one other dude, might be a few people popping in, and then Thursday next week we've got like a huge thing going on, like a big charity auction raffle giveaway kind of thing with some pretty big names on there. We got Joey Moss from Bad Boy Gaming coming in, and I think he's at like 160,000 subs or something. So we got some,
Sweet.
rubbing elbows with the right people.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
Personal life's doing pretty well. I mean, uh, no specific ladies. I flirt a whole bunch, but that's as far as I ever really get with this horrible body of mine. Ugh. But I got a new gig coming up at work whenever they finish signing some contracts and shit. So I'm going to be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
doing this new thing pretty soon, which is nice because I've been with my department for 7.5 years, doing pretty much more or less the same thing. A little different here and there, but it'll be nice to get a real big change. People burn out in my job. That's like a
Yeah,
thing
dude.
that
Well,
happens.
it's typical office work, and yours is a bit different than just like the standard office work because it's a lot
Yeah.
of customer interaction as well.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not a cheap thing, my place of business, and no one really wants to be there. A lot of times it's
It's
bad
it's
news.
it's referred to as the devil's asshole in Dane Cook's special, I think, something like that.
Ugh, Dane Cook.
Yeah, he's getting old, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't like Dane Cook's comedy very much. He's just not my type of comedian. But like when he sits down for an interview and talks in a long form, he's way more personable. Like he
Yeah.
seems like somebody I wouldn't mind like spending an afternoon with, but I would hate to go spend a night watching him on stage.
See, I saw him live at Mohegan Sun, and it was good. I didn't really like any of his specials like that I seen on YouTube or anything like that, but
Mm.
it was good. Live, it was good.
Yeah, and I guess his brother stole like millions of dollars from him and shit.
Well, that's a
So
bummer.
yeah, I guess that was like a whole huge thing. That's like how I ended up seeing him in a longer form. Made him a lot more personable.
Hmm.
You know, bad shit happens to people. Commiserating with that. Misery loves company.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Let's
Uh,
see. So it's middle of winter. We're doing this in January, and my landlord has a hockey rink out front in my yard. It's
nice.
probably like 25 feet by 25 feet, and it's got like LED lights underneath the ice, so it like lights
Oh
up at night.
shit!
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like he friggin' tricked this stuff out. It's like,
Fucking guy likes hockey, huh?
yeah, yeah. He used to be, you know, like real, uh, not like semi-pro or whatever. Like that AAA kind of shit. He tried.
Is
Couldn't
he
make
missing
it.
any digits or any teeth?
No,
All
no,
right.
no. But he's got three kids, and two of them are big enough to learn to skate. So it's a way for him to get them out of the house. Even during the winter time, just go play outside, kids.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so that's
yeah.
pretty cool. It's nice to, they leave it lit up most of the night, so I get to like see it from my apartment upstairs here. So it looks cool as shit. Otherwise, winter sucks. I hate this. It's
I
terrible.
love winter.
Yeah, this is disgusting. I'm gonna like retire in Southeast Asia. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, we talked about that for a while, but
And it's not just so I
shit,
can be
man.
a sex pat, you know.
No, no, no.
It's a lot for the food, the lifestyle itself, weather. Like I said, I freaking hate winter. I'd rather it just stay like 85 all day, every day, with rain interspersed.
Yeah, but I mean, shit, you could probably get that in like northern Texas, or well, maybe not northern Texas, but I don't know. You could probably find something in the States, but then again, it wouldn't be. It's I don't know. Maybe it's not as exciting.
Yeah, I'll be honest, white women don't really do it for me. So, you know,
Caucasians,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Them crackers. Um, so
them crackers.
also it's just way cheaper, like out of the U.S.
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
our
We were
money.
talking like
Yeah,
something about buying like a big ass place in Vietnam for
yeah.
pretty cheap. Like
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah. Like,
that would be cool.
you know,
Like maybe we should fucking get a couple friends together and just buy like a mansion somewhere out in a fucking like I don't know, on an island somewhere out there.
yo, me and Rich, we talk about starting a bodega out there like all the time. That's
Dude,
been like,
that would be cool. What
yeah,
a good
cause
idea, dude.
yeah, cause that's like how a lot of businesses operate over there. Is that they're like family owned in a different way than like they are here. When they say family owned, it's like 5/6 of their house is a house, and then the front 1/6 that touches the street is like a shop.
Yeah,
So
it's their
like,
business there.
yeah, yeah. So you literally just have like a room in the front of your house that's like a business.
How a
So
shitload of immigrants did it back in the day. Like they would buy um like you know a small area on a block, like an apartment building, for example, or just an apartment above like a vacant
yeah,
space,
yeah, exactly.
and then
Yeah,
open up like a small shop or something down
yeah,
there, or like people, other people would do shit like that. Yeah.
yeah. And it's a way to make a little bit of income and not have to like go anywhere really. And you just sell like beer and cigarettes and soap and tissues and shit. Little like convenience store type stuff.
Yeah, 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 exactly. That would be cool. But I mean, I don't know how economically viable it would be, but it could be something.
Oh, it's also just like something to do. I mean, when
Yeah,
you're retired, you need to find like, activities.
can't just hang out on the beach all day. Like,
No, for real. It's like as much as that sounds like a wonderful thing, I know it just doesn't work that way. I've
I feel
been
like you would get so bored to the point where you would like get like you would have like a chemistry set like in like a lab or some shit. Like you would I don't know, and like you would go and milk snakes or something and make anti-venom. Be like, yeah, that's what I do now. Like my dad is awesome at keeping bees. I milk snakes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that'd be no.
He'd be like,
I'm
it's honestly really ludicrous money. And be like, damn.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I could believe it too because Vietnam, like Southeast Asia, has different like snakes and stuff than we do here. So there's
Yeah,
some
motherfuckers get bit all the time, dude.
yeah, and like they have tree snakes and water
Dude,
snakes too.
watch out for the tree snakes, dude.
I
Keep your eyes peeled.
that's the thing is like when we walk through the forest, where we grew up in like Connecticut, you don't have to like look up because something's gonna jump down and kill you. Like we just don't have that shit here.
Well, we have the mountain lions, but that's very rare.
Yeah,
Very
they're
rare.
more scared of you than yeah.
Well, you know, if you're a smaller kid just wandering out around the woods,
Yeah,
you
Hansel
shouldn't be
and or
worried.
Gretel.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
A lot of people don't remember the part of that story where their parents went to leave them in the woods.
Yeah,
Like
it's pretty fucked.
yeah. There's a reason they were called Grimm's fairy tales. It wasn't happy stuff.
Nah.
Go back and read like the original Cinderella. Her stepsisters all like hacked off pieces of their feet to fit in the glass slipper. One of her sisters in the story gets pecked to death by crows on the way to the castle because she was bleeding so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they don't talk about that in Disney movies. Suck a
Nah.
dick.
Is Walt Disney still frozen? Is like, what's going on with that? When's he gonna
I,
thaw out?
I even if he is like,
Download him onto something? Like, what's the deal?
nah, man, like that, whatever chunk, if there is any like bits of Disney's head back there, like Walt's done for. Like that's anybody who goes into cryo
Like
at
a
this
piece of
point.
meat you put in the freezer too long. You're like, I wouldn't eat that, even though it's thawed out now. You're like, nah, fuck that. It looks weird.
Well, and that's like the situation that we're in now is we don't have a way to unfreeze tissue and have it be not damaged. So it doesn't matter if there's like a whole bunch of there's businesses that you can like Hank Williams head, I think Ted Williams or whatever. There's places where you can go and put either your head or your entire body and they put it in like sub-zero temperatures. They keep it in like some liquid nitrogen kind of deal. I don't think it's actually liquid nitrogen. It's too cold.
Yeah, I would think so, right?
But
Like
they
it would just
cryo
fuck
freeze you,
everything up.
and it's just all in the hopes that one day, hundreds of years from now, one, that business is still open, two, that they figure out some friggin' technology to unfreeze your ice cube ass.
Yeah.
Dude, just so it's a lot of hoping and speculating. I doubt that there was ever a big frozen Walt Disney in the back.
No, no, I don't think so either.
But boy, would
No.
that have been funny.
Dude. Ah, man. Family Guy's been there and done that.
Friggin' Family Guy. I haven't watched that show in ages.
Yeah. Um, so I was checking out some news stuff the other day, and I noticed that on the border of like India and Pakistan, China put up some like they're like EOD robots. So they're track like little tiny tanks with machine guns on them and cameras.
Nice.
And they've done it because the Chinese soldiers who are helping protect whatever border for whatever reason uh, are like, it's kind of hard walking around and doing stuff here. Maybe we should just use these. And there's
Yeah.
like a shitload of them out there now, so it's kind of like it's like a security perimeter, And I don't know, maybe that's going to be like the new thing to help establish border controls in other places. But they're one of the first to do it and
Yeah,
actually use it.
I saw something. I don't watch like any news. I'm already depressed enough as it is. I don't need that in my life. But I saw that there was some revitalization and renewing of the Silk Road that went from like um, uh, Eastern China, like mainland central area, to like all the way to almost Egypt. They're doing like thousands and thousands of miles of renovations and stuff. I guess it's supposed to be like a huge economic boom for them. So that's
Seems
probably what
cool.
that's all part of.
Hopefully, it's not like established by, you know, the enemy at some point and used to move weapons in and out of things, or, you know, from one place to another quickly.
Meh.
Yeah,
It's just like
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how I feel being so close to Russia. It's like, I don't know. It's what it is.
Yeah, I'm worried about those Canadians. They could fuck our stuff up at any moment, you know.
Why?
Come
By
down
coming
here.
down and playing too much hockey? I don't understand.
Yeah, they come down, start apologizing real hard at us.
Yeah.
You know,
Being
taking all
real
our
nice,
maple
mowing your
syrup.
lawn for you and shit when they move in next door.
Wait,
That
something people don't talk about is how fast Canadians drive, though. Like, that's a thing.
you know,
That's a real.
I've never heard that up until you said it. So,
Oh yeah,
please.
yeah. Like speed limit on our highways is 65 around here. You'll see Canadians going 75 to 80, hardcore. Like yesterday, there was a snow and ice storm. It was pretty cruddy. We had about like an inch of just freezing stuff everywhere. I got passed by somebody doing like 72 in that stuff on the highway. It's
Not
fucking
bad.
Canadians. Like nice folk, but
I mean, I
hey,
guess it depends on what kind of car it is, and I mean, are they actually from Canada? Do they have Canadian plates?
yeah, yeah. It says Quebec.
Ah, all right.
Yeah.
What kind of So what kind of car was it?
Let's see. It was like an Acadia or something, like a GMC. You know, full size. You know, SUV with the
SUV,
big
yeah.
booty. You know, 4-wheel drive and all that stuff. But
All right.
4-wheel drive helps you go, not stop.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, like
Yes. I was just
with
gonna
the
say
amount of
that.
with the amount of Subarus I've seen smashed up on the highway system, 4-wheel drive makes you go, not stop. That's
Yes. Yeah.
people have a
It can help. It can help in turns. Like it can help from a stop, starting again. Like it just gets you. It can help in a lot of ways, but on the snow, stopping is very hard.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like unless you've got huge ice spikes and maybe you're on ice, then it kind of can be a bit like asphalt, but you're not getting that. Like most ice tires, you know, they're only like tiny little nipples that come out your, you know, just a bit beyond the tire, and
Yeah.
that's not going to help you. You know, like
Let's see.
we got a lot
Otherwise,
of snow.
my buddy just texted me. He said we got 2 boxes of Jumpstart coming in, which is a Magic product. So
Yeah,
got more stuff coming in to open up on my channel there. Excited
bada
for
bing,
that.
bada boom,
What was that?
bada bing, bada boom, dude, moving and shaking.
Oh, for real. Like that's one of the things about doing this, you know, extracurricular activities is that there's always something else to do, you know. Comparing prices on boxes of stuff that's new, stuff that's old, and it's constantly fluctuating. And you can't just look at like Amazon. You can't look at just eBay. You got to go on like 3, 4, 5 different platforms. You know, it's
Dude,
always.
speaking of eBay, can I just interject here for a moment?
Oh yeah.
I started to get back into eBay looking for some stuff to like get parts for my car, the Beamer, and I couldn't remember my old account information, so I made a new account. Everything was fine. I start looking up things for the car, like headlights, yada yada. All of a sudden, I get an email saying that the account has been like suspended and banned, like, and they didn't give me a reason. They said they were gonna, never did. I have to like call customer support and some shit. It's very odd.
Huh. That's weird.
So fuck eBay, and also fuck China.
Eh. Yeah. Meh. Yeah. I'm kind of like, wait, you know, I buy I buy some stuff off of eBay. I sell on eBay. That's like my platform of choice for selling Magic singles. But I'm not the biggest fan because they take a decent percentage.
Well, yes.
I mean, I sold Wii.
Dude, when my house
No.
burned, we sold a bunch of stuff like to help get us over and like get us into a comfortable spot because we had to spend a bunch of money. and it was fine, but they take a good chunk, dude. And then
Yeah,
they offer you like some bullshit coupon, so that you have to spend money to
I
get like a
sold
little off.
I sold a card the other day. It was 140 plus shipping and handling. I ended up getting 121. So they
Yeah,
took
that's kind of
like,
shitty.
14% or something after all. Although that did cover the shipping portion of it. So still, they took $10. They took 12%, which is their
Yep.
standard nowadays. You
Yeah.
know, still, you're getting 88% on the dollar, which
Yep.
compared to any other platform you're trying to sell on, it's top dollar unless you want to go directly to the buyer. Contact some schmuck over Facebook in like Illinois or something, get into a haggling negotiation, and then he PayPal's you directly or something. I'm not dicking around with that. I'd rather take it on the chin a little bit and just deal with eBay. Pay them a little money so that they have to deal with that hassle. And they do provide you postal services through their site. So as soon as you sell something, you can just click and print out a label. So that's pretty lickety split good.
Yep. Yeah. Understandable. Um, yeah. So I think you asked me about my job before we got cut with internet problems.
Yeah, man, we
Uh,
both been working pretty hard, and since we've got this terrible time difference between us, we haven't gotten really to catch up too much since you started that new position. How's everything shaking out there?
it's really good. Everything is comfy. I like my coworkers. It's not too far away from where I live, and I get paid good enough.
Yeah,
So, well,
what's your travel time for work?
it's like 20, 25 minutes. If there's no traffic, sometimes there is.
Oh, that's kind of perfect. That's about what my commute is, and it's nice because it gives you enough time to like listen to a couple of songs. Kind of you free up your mind for a second. Zone
Yeah, yeah.
out. Yeah.
It's all flat ground too for the most part. And I have a nice view of the fjord and like big ass mountains, jagged mountains. It's the Rumstal Alps is what it's
Yeah.
called. I can see them as I drive, and I can see them when I go outside to have a cigarette at work.
That's one of the great things about where we both live, even though it's, so different. We're both kind of lucky to be able
Dude, it's
to,
so gorgeous out here, man.
yeah,
And even in places of Vermont, I mean, you find really cool spots. Like me and you went uh, with Mark one time.
yeah, I think we went
I
up,
think,
was it, we went to the Green Mountains, and then, I think we went a different time to the Whites, over in New
yeah,
Hampshire. And it's a
yes,
gorgeous area up here. I mean,
yeah,
on
man.
my drive into work, I get a nice view of more than a few mountains, some nice valleys and stuff. Real gorgeous. I mean, I take the highway so I can kind of just like drift over to the side with my gaze a little bit
Oh
and
yeah.
look at the majesty that I get to live near.
And occasionally you see a big blood spot on the road, and you have to gamble. Was it a moose, a deer, or a bear?
No, no, yeah, yeah.
Like, did something
That's
get
very
creamed by a
often.
fucking tractor trailer truck?
That's I've only ever seen one moose in person, and it was dead on the side of the road. And like 100 feet down the road was a truck that was also dead because it
Oh
hit
damn,
that
dude, come
moose.
out here, bro. There's moose fucking everywhere.
See, I'm cool not seeing them because I've watched a lot of YouTube, and I
Oh, they'll
understand that
fuck
those
you
are
up.
like, yeah, well, they're also like, 6 feet tall, and they
Dude,
weigh
there's
like
nah
800
bigger
pounds.
than that, dude.
Yeah, and they're dumb. They got a brain like the size of a clementine or something.
They,
I'm not
they,
messing
they
around with them
can't see
things.
good. They can hear pretty all right, and they're just big fucking forest horses, man.
Yeah, and
It's wild.
as far as bears go, um, I'm wicked cool not seeing bears because, bro, I
Well, yeah, and
want
you don't like walk around with a gun on you, and you don't like if you were to go hiking and shit, you would probably want to have one on you because of
yeah.
that. Like I don't
Well,
know, that's how I feel.
that's
But there's no bears out here. The only thing I have to worry about really is moose. And it's
yeah,
there you don't really see them when you're hiking and stuff because you're making lots of noise. You'll see them like grazing or whatever, maybe crossing a road here or there. That's what I mean by they're everywhere. Like there are signs for them, like, hey man, this is a spot where you would probably see them.
Yeah,
crossing the road, so be careful.
we have those big yellow signs that say moose crossing. I've never seen moose cross.
To
Yep. I feel as though it's a trick. Yeah,
get you
it's
to
false
slow down.
advertising. Yeah, they're just luring people up here for moose and maple syrup, and you only get
Kind of like
maple syrup.
Kind of like near the prison, like when you drive from my house in Connecticut to Mohegan Sun, there's like that fucking sign that says speed is checked by aircraft. And it's like, no, it's
It's
not.
not. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Like,
That's a lie. And you said you were. I'm not sure if you want to talk about it or anything, so I'll skip that. We were gonna get a little too personal. Sorry, guys. That's just for me and AJ. We'll talk about that off air. Um, I funny enough, I did a tarot reading for myself last night. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, just
Did you charge a crystal in your ass first?
no. I use it as like a meditative thing because it's
Ah,
just yeah.
even lamer.
No. It helps me like unpack my thoughts a bit. You know, it's
Dude,
just kind of like a
what
guided
the
thinking exercise.
fuck
Yeah, it's
are
not
you
like I'm trying
saying?
to, read the bones or, scry into the future.
Nah.
It's literally just about like a way to think in a different way than my scattered mind normally would. So to
Dude,
be able to
read.
have
Hey. Read a book.
well, see, that's what I mean. Is like you read a book and it's
I'm
taking
just
you somewhere
roasting you. I'm
specific.
sorry. This is very odd to me, this tarot card shit. And I'm just poking some fun. I don't want you to take offense
No,
to it.
no. It's just one of those things where I had this conversation with one of my buddies like 2 or 3 years ago, and
Yeah,
he,
hey,
he
buy
gave
a gun.
he gave me the same pile of shit you are too. Now, it's funny though. Not a lot of people take time to be able to just sit and think about stuff. I went down for Thanksgiving a couple of months ago to see my family, and it was interesting how everybody was like, "Wow, Pat, you think about some heavy stuff. You're doing your own thing. You're living that life." Whereas it's because I get to sit and think about the stuff I want and don't want out of my life, and it's
Yeah,
there's a saying: if you don't like your
you have
life,
like
change it.
downtime to think about it.
Yeah. Like if we weren't chatting doing this, I would probably sit in my kitchen with a big cup of coffee overlooking the backyard and just watch it like gently snow and just be quiet, listening to like some soft jazz in the background or something and
Off jazz.
just to
Nice.
like be peaceful.
See, now we're making sense. See, but now when you say tarot card reading, I mean, what the
Have you ever like
fuck are
have you
you
ever
talking about?
have you ever done a tarot reading?
Yeah, dude, my fucking brother who lives in China, and again, fuck China.
Oh, well,
He's done
that's
them to me and chicks like and dudes
that's a
like all
very
around.
I love your brother and everything. Honestly, John's a good guy, but he's also a little bit different.
Yeah,
The
dude. He
the
lives in
memories
China.
well, hey man, I'm trying to live in Vietnam, so it's kind of half of
Yeah,
this, half of that.
yeah, but
Yeah, I always found that when you have someone else there, it changes the whole schematic of it. It operates differently. Whereas when you're sitting alone and this is a spot that represents something that has recently happened to you, and you flip over a card, and it just is like when you read a horoscope. I don't believe in that stuff. It's all BS to me. But you can take something out of it. You can think, oh, hey, a friend that is close to you slighted you, and it was not on purpose. It's like, take that as what you want, and you can figure that in your own life. Eh.
I mean, but you can get that without doing tarot card reading. I think like you could just read, what is it, the 40 Laws of Power, or Dan Millman's Way of the Peaceful Warrior. They're pretty short reads.
Well,
The Art
right,
of
but
War and the
again,
War of Art, like they're,
it's one of
they're
those things where, like, it's almost your mind that takes meaning out of these meaningless cards. So it's, I don't know. It works for me.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, you seem like willing to defend this oddness about it that I'm kind of coming down on you for. But it is what it is, man. I mean, I know nothing about these things really. I've had a couple of readings, but seems like bullshit to me.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just a mental
And like I can't get
exercise.
anything out of it. You know what I mean? Like you've explained how you get something out of it, which makes sense. But yeah, at first I'm like, hey, the fuck you doing? You should be making money and doing other things, not doing tarot card readings. The fuck you
Well,
doing?
that's one of the things I've been figuring lately for myself the last 6 to 12 months is getting myself in like a good headspace. Not just, I feel happy today, but you wake up, you brush your teeth, you get some decent food in you, you stretch, you exercise a little bit, you drink some water, and then you think about positive things.
Drink
stuff
some
you're doing,
water.
like, drink some water.
Drink some fucking water.
Drink some water. I don't know if you had some water yet today, but you need to order some water.
Yeah, we're getting a bit.
That's my big old
Australian now, but
Nalgene.
all right.
Yeah. Ain't nothing like some water.
Yeah, I see a lot of people carrying a big jug of water around every day, and when it's not clear and I can't see it's water, I'm like, hey, the fuck is in there?
Yeah.
What do you got? Like soup, coffee, is it clam chowder or something? The fuck is in there? And why do you have it?
Yeah,
Anyways.
I've got some coworkers. I live in Vermont, so I got some pretty hip people that live up this way, and you'll see people walking around with like matcha and like just the weirdest looking stuff. Kombucha's huge up this way.
Yeah, dude, they like the fucking hippies in Canterbury.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we went to Brazil, so now all of a sudden we have like mochi and fucking kombucha and mates, and we fucking
Oh yeah,
you know,
yerba mate.
we smoke out of a chalice. Like we burn sage in our fucking house. We smudge. Like, what the fuck you doing? You guys went to one of the coolest places on the planet. You came back with the lamest shit. Like, dude, learn fucking jujitsu or something, man. I don't know. Take cool pictures. Go see some jungle stuff.
Jungle stuff.
Exactly. All right. Well, that's that then, ladies and gentlemen, and other people who were, not identifying as ladies and gentlemen. So,
Yeah,
Take care.
guys, girls, everything in between.
yeah, like that. Like Pat said. Anyways, buddy, good talking with you.
Yeah.
And see you next time.
Yeah. Everybody out there, be well. Love you. Talk to you again soon. Bye.